And welcome to Local TV 99's Northeast Texas Today. I'm James Wyatt. Thanks for joining us on the program. Well, you can tell right away this is a little bit different show. We have moved out of the studio and we are on location today to welcome a very special guest. I have Stacy Cunningham here with me. Now, Stacy is the founder and president of Aquatech. Stacy, welcome to the program.
Glad to be here, James.
And we're so excited to have Stacy on here. We actually have had a couple of opportunities to talk to him in the past, but we've never been able to do a show, and I think now is the time because there are some things going on with Aquatech that you need to know about and some things that are going to improve your life and the lives of your family. Now, first and foremost, Aquatech has been around a long time, right, Stacy?
We have. We actually incorporated in 1994.
So you guys have had some significant anniversaries.
We have indeed.
Now, Stacy, tell me a little bit about the history of Aquatech. How did you get involved?
Well, it started back when I was 21 years old, and actually today is my 42nd birthday, so I've been doing it half of my life.
That's great. Happy birthday.
Today. Thank you. We started out as a home water filtration company to start out improving water quality as far as removing total dissolved solids, softening water, and then when you have problem well water, that's how we got started, and it kind of went from there.
Well, let me ask you this. In the beginning, was it something that people were real aware of as far as problems with their water, or has it become an issue as time has progressed? Obviously, the company's flourished and you've done well with it. Has it become something that people have kind of caught up with the idea of water filtration now?
It's definitely a long way since we've started in 94. When we started out, we would have to go door to door to door and telemarketing and market our product a lot different in 94 than we do today. The consumers are a lot more aware of the importance of healthy water. So it's definitely different.
It's such a basic element in everyone's home because basically what you're dealing with is something that is going to touch almost every aspect of everything you consume.
Exactly.
From your food to obviously drinking water. And then of course there are also issues too with untreated water as far as bathing and clothes and things like that as well too, washing and those kinds of things, correct?
Exactly. And then when you use treated water, obviously when you take it, the municipalities make the water safe to drink,
right,
and get rid of cryptosporidium and the bacteria in the water. But to really do a final touch in the process of water, it's left to the consumer to take that water to the next level because it affects our clothes, it affects our skin, it affects obviously our health in a big way as far as the water we consume.
Now, one of the things that we're definitely talking about that's a little bit different here, this is a complete system. It's not like the little snap-on device that you get at the store that sort of filters the water. I know we've all seen the commercials on those. This is something that is more complete and more thorough than that, correct?
Right, exactly. What we use is reverse osmosis technology.
Okay.
We actually sell equipment to some of the companies that manufacture bottled water, and actually we did manufacture and bottled water at one time, and we sold that part out. But the equipment that we sell for the consumer is the same equipment that's used to manufacture or to process bottled water.
Okay.
And the same as like a dialysis machine, the same thing they use to treat you on dialysis is what we use to treat the water.
Now, one thing to emphasize here as well too is this is a turnkey system. Basically, you guys come in, you do an evaluation, and then everything is installed per your specifications, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, we test the water, and obviously in Lamar County, most of the water, if it's municipal water, is the same. So we pretty much know what that is. But when we go out, we do a water analysis to find out. When we come in and analyze the water, and then once we're through, we install the equipment, and all you have to do is turn the faucet on, and you have purified water.
All right. Well, as you can tell, of course, we've moved outside the studio because we are going to get an opportunity to see some of these products actually in use in a residential setting. So we have actually got a residential setting here that we're going to invade for just a few moments. The folks have been gracious enough to let us go inside and take a look at one of the Aquatech systems installed. Now, kind of give me a quick idea of what we're going to see first.
What we'll see first is we'll see when the water first enters the home, we'll use a carbon filtration system that removes chlorine, taste, odor, and a long list of insecticides, pesticides, anything that could come in contact with the water. And then we have a water softener that removes any of the calcium, lime, hardness that causes the white streaks on shower doors, cause you'd have to use more detergents. That's the unit that's in the garage that filters the water for the whole house.
All right. Well, let's go inside and we'll take a look at that part of the process first, all right?
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, Stacy, we've moved into the garage here at this home, and right here, just as you walk in, I see a big Aquatech label on this particular bottle. Now, tell me what we're looking at here.
What this is, James, is this is a carbon filter that actually the water comes in from the main line, from your meter.
So this is the city water basically coming in right there.
City water coming in, and it's going through a carbon, which is a 1 cubic foot granular activated carbon, which removes taste, odor, and chlorine from the water. Then it comes from here into the Aquatech Pro system, which is a water softener. It has a synthetic resin that works by ion exchange. And as the water flows through, any of the calcium, hardness, lime minerals cling to this resin that's inside. You have a fully automatic valve that and it's metered as it comes in. We test the water and see how many grains per gallon of hardness that you may have. And then it has a meter that counts that many gallons based on the size of this system. And then it goes automatically at around 2 o'clock in the morning when it's reached its capacity, and then backwashes all the contaminants down the drain, and then sets itself back up in service.
So this is pretty much a set and forget type situation?
It is.
Okay. So ladies, there you go. It's not something that you got to come out here with a monkey wrench and adjust every couple of hours or anything like that. It's very simple, and it just has a simple readout. Now, what kind of information do you get from the readout there?
This tells you the time of day is what's displayed all the time. You can go into the program on this. It'll tell you how many gallons a day that you've used, at what your peak gallons per day usage was. If your neighbor comes over and hooks up a hose and fills his swimming pool up, and then you run out of soft water and you're trying to figure out why, we can actually come out and tell that, hey, you know, such and such day you use 17,000 gallons of water. So it's, you know, not that you may need to know that.
And it's that pesky neighbor again, filling up the swimming pool.
Exactly.
I'd be a little upset about that.
Exactly.
Well, now what's the black canister down here?
The black tank here holds pellet salt. And what you do is remove the lid, and then you can either use rock salt, not ice cream salt, but it's just salt. And it's you put bags of salt that you can get from, you know, Home Depot, Atwoods, Tractor Supply, and you get in the 50-pound bags. And this is what actually cleans the media to recharge it for it to be clean, to be ready to go the next time.
Okay. How often do you have to put salt in it?
Depends on the water usage and the hardness. This system here has been installed for around 6 months, and it was obviously filled up with salt, and you still say it's 3/4 full.
3/4 full, yeah. Wow.
So
not very often.
Not very often. Basically, probably $1 or $2 per month.
Wow.
Worth of salt.
Now, what kind of effect does this have as far as you keep mentioning hard water and the lime deposits and everything? Am I going to see a significant difference right away?
You will. What you'll notice first of all is it'll seem like you can't get the soap off.
Right.
Seems like your skin is just real slick. And what that is, that's actually our bodies have a natural oils in our body. And using chemical water softeners, which are soaps, like if you take Tide and Dawn, a lot of these detergents and soaps that we use have chemical water softeners in them. And so when you install something like the water softener, you can go back to the natural soaps. If you wanted to use like a lye soap or Ivory, some of the soaps that have less of the chemical water softeners in them. So you can use less soap when you wash clothes, when you wash your hair feels softer, skin softer. Your dishes, when you put them in the dishwasher, you know, the white film you see on them, it eliminates that. The white film you see on your shower door.
Yeah, a lot of times you have to literally rewash your glasses because they just have all that deposit.
Exactly.
On there.
And that eliminates that. It eliminates hard water scale on water heaters. Water heaters, you know, have the heating elements, and what happens over a period of time, you have the calcium build up on those heating elements. A lot of times it causes them to short out, or as it builds on those heating elements, you can imagine putting a brick on your stove and then setting the water on top of the brick. Well, you have to use that energy to heat the brick first before you start heating your water. Well, it's the same way when you use hard water, buildup gets on the heating element, so it first has to heat that up. So you use more energy when hard water is present.
So there's sort of built-in cost-saving factors. I mean, from the use of less product to obviously the use of less energy to you know, heat the water and so forth and so there are cost-saving factors that are built into this that are incremental. Basically, you know, you'll see a little bit of savings here, a little bit of savings here,
Exactly.
and then of course you've got the considerations of health and comfort and protecting your family. And we're going to get into all of that here in just a little bit. What we're going to do is take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with Stacey Cunningham. We're actually going to go back inside of this home, and we're going to take a look at where sort of the rubber meets the road. We're actually going to take a look at how it's set up as far as the taps are concerned, and we're going to be meeting with Ronnie inside, who's getting ready for us here in just a few moments. So stick around, more to come on Northeast Texas Today.